and buy a $2,000 electric scooter or unicycle, just beware, because the charger, if you take it on the train, like especially like an Amtrak train, the charger, like if my charger had been crushed, then my trip would have been very different. But either way, I'm glad that I got to come out and explore Folsom a little bit. But I would definitely emphasize dressing defensively against nature. And as controversial as the backpack is, it can actually kind of A, make you visible, and B, produce enough power to like warm you up. Because like when you're using the battery and you're using the light and you're moving around, it makes it sometimes a little bit easier to kind of, it's like physical therapy, where you kind of get a little bit of like a release from it, or like a workout. I definitely see it as like more of a workout, or like a light to moderate exercise. It's not super cardiovascular, which is why I love skateboarding so much, because skateboarding is like very cardiovascular and very explosive energy. And for the EX30, it's not that explosive easily. I need to invest in locks. So I'm looking over here at the alien rides thing, but you shouldn't really need a lock for this lifestyle. Like, it's like you got the unicycle, and for me, it's skateboarding when I'm not riding the unicycle, and I think both of those things are awesome. So it's definitely good to like have multiple. I think that the brake pads come off easy with the 3D printed alien rides gear. I think my second pick for my next trip to Folsom is the EX30 with the Pagode pads. But if I keep this one, then I keep this one. They're both like 100-volt tires. They're not a lot stronger voltage than the Nikola. It's really not any different than it was like 4 years ago. Again, I don't really know how to explain it, but on the electric unicycle, the light situation is a little bit easier than on the electric bike. And also the navigation is a little bit easier because it's hands-free, but it's also more difficult as far as balancing goes because it's hands-free. I think sometimes the wind can be a little bit more unpredictable when you have one wheel. Having one wheel definitely has a lot of disadvantages. And some of those disadvantages include the weight that it has. I think maybe this one's, since this one's heavier, I think it's probably a little more challenging. But I don't actually know. I just know that I think the 3D printed chassis or whatever, like the front thing, makes it like a lot heavier, but I don't mind it because I've been taking Amtrak. I'm a little bit curious about the X-Way. The X-Way one seems a little bit interesting. I wonder what separates the X-Way from the ET Max or the EX30. That I don't know. The King Song F-22 does look pretty dope, honestly, too. They all have suspension. I like that in 2025 is like the year where there's multiple brands of multiple makes and models that go above 30 miles an hour. And they're also reliable. I cannot emphasize it enough, one advantage that the EUC does have is the lighting. is a lot easier than with the Max and the EX30 and the Master. I think the coolest tire has to go to the ET Max, at least from the photos. I'm just looking at the listings right now on my iPad. But I don't know. One of my friends, one of my close friends, I guess, wanted to take that one. So within the realm of personal electric vehicles, there's also clothing. I recommend this jacket. It's really, really protective, really warm. Got it again at the Alien Rides shop. EX30 and Master is probably a tie. I really like the 3D printing that was done by the Alien Rides shop, but it could be thinned out a little bit. So I got 3 pairs of gloves. I got the white ones from the Alien Rides shop, which are awesome. I got these ones from the Alien Rides shop. These are like the 5-star gloves. I think these are pretty cool. I give these 5 stars. I give these probably 6 out of 5 stars. And these ones, probably like 10 out of 5 stars. And the charger, I give the charger probably like 3 out of 5 stars because I put so many miles on it that I get stuck charging it like hours at a time, and sometimes I don't know why I feel like I shouldn't be stuck charging it in too many places at the same time. So I have put 4,046 miles on it so far, so I do need to kind of slow down and rest sometimes. But it is pretty relatively dirty. I do have a lot of cleaning to do on it. I think one of the main defects that it has is that it pulls in a lot of dirt, and the dirt kind of causes a little bit of pollution. So in the realm of personal electric vehicles, there's electric bikes, electric scooters, skateboards, electric skateboards, all that stuff. I personally think protecting your eyes is really important. I'm trying to find my sunglasses. I dropped my sunglasses over here somewhere. I have my sunglasses over here somewhere. But in the meantime, I shall show you guys one more thing. The taillight backpack. So if you don't like electric unicycles, or you think they're scary, or you think they're annoying or whatever, that's fine. But within the realm of personal electric vehicles, being visible at times is important. So I will show you the backpack with the blue fire. Check it out. So one main difference about the EX30 from the Master is that the taillight is a slightly different color. Like, it changes from green to blue. And I think it's kind of cool. I don't know how to program it or change it, but I think it's kind of cool. It goes purple. And again, I'm not too familiar with the suspension settings, but I think the suspension on it is really, really nice. However, it is really fast, and I think one thing that you have to So I got the 3D printed dragon. from the TikTok shop. Got the gloves from Alien Rides. Charger. And I got all my gloves.